Every day, on the pleasant streets and paths near my home in a prosperous suburban city in Northern California, I walk for several miles. My walks usually take me through the downtown shopping district, where upscale restaurants, luxury department stores, and stylish boutiques draw affluent shoppers from throughout the region. On one such a walk several years ago, I was struck by how many of the elegantly dressed people I passed on the street looked tired of it all. For them, the pursuit of material goods appeared to have lost its charm. One woman I spoke with mentioned that she had wanted the obviously expensive, striking clothing she was wearing and had just bought, but now wished she could just give them away. Embarrassed by her burst of candor, she laughed and went on to say, of course, she didn't think anyone would want them. Later, on the same walk, I came upon several homeless people, hungry, cold, and abandoned, not far from my house. I soon learned that, surprisingly, poverty and food insecurity were significant problems in this wealthy county. Yet, supermarkets and restaurants were throwing away tons of unsold fresh food, just as fashion retailers were throwing away tons of unsold new clothing. There's so much material worth in this country that no one needs to go to bed without proper food, clothing, or shelter. And yet, in my state of California, a state so wealthy that it has the fifth largest economy in the world, an estimated 4.5 million people are either at or near the poverty level. In my county, which is the fifth wealthiest in the state, before the pandemic, more than 92,000 people needed help to feed and clothe themselves and their children. There is a simple solution that can end the problems of hunger and marginalization for good. A new paradigm: voluntary shared abundance. In this model of life, responsibility for helping the family of man is assumed by everyone, or in the phrases the White Pony Express often uses, all of us helping all of us. To support and nurture this new paradigm, this idea sprang to mind: to enable those who have more than they need to easily give it to those with less, so that all can share in the happiness and abundance of life. And so I started the White Pony Express Food Rescue Program in 2013. In the first week, we delivered more than 500 pounds a day of fresh, wholesome food to 20 service agencies, shelters, and food pantries, from one end of our county to the other. As of last month, White Pony Express has rescued and delivered more than 15 million pounds of food to 80 different agencies, serving 120,000 people in our county. We started with 4 volunteers. Now we have 400. The idea of shared abundance has caught on like wildfire, and the program has never stopped growing. Before long, I added programs to deliver high-quality clothing and other goods and services, along with help with basic problems of shelter and economic stability. Our work now includes food and clothing abundance redistribution, distribution of donated, unneeded government stimulus funds as cash gifts to needy families, and various activities to specially benefit children in our one human family. None of these programs came about through any deliberate planning on my part. In every case, a door opened on vistas gleaming with higher principle. I simply walked through without any foreknowledge of where it might lead. But in every case, it's led to new opportunities to share love in the service of life's unity. We've reached a point in universal history where mankind as a whole can begin to realize the fundamental truth that we all share one life. Human brotherhood is not something to aspire to. It's the central fact of our existence. The White Pony Express, as it always has, rushes ahead in the vanguard to deliver the good news and spread the abundance of life that follows. The White Pony Express is built on the understanding that in this beautiful world we share, love knows all, does all, and is the most powerful force in the universe. A new paradigm will not come about through fresh organizations of bureaucracy carved from limited mental understandings and resources, nor will it come through charitable philanthropic giving, which perpetuates marginalization by reinforcing the notion of have and have not. It comes through spontaneous service to life, where each one helps each one in the one human family of man. The White Pony Express is creating a new paradigm for solving mankind's age-old problem of marginalization, hunger, and want. Our model, or something like it, is already being used by individuals and groups in communities from New York to San Francisco, many of whom have never heard of the White Pony Express. They discovered the paradigm on their own. That is what's supposed to happen. We hope that gradually, and before too long, this paradigm will be adopted by Americans everywhere as our way forward toward the realization of the basic unity of life. A master of our age reminds us, the coming of a spiritual age must be preceded by the appearance of an increasing number of individuals who are no longer satisfied with the normal, intellectual, vital, and physical existence of man, but perceive that a greater evolution is the real goal of humanity, an attempt to effect it in themselves, to lead others to it, and to make it the recognized goal of the race. In proportion as they succeed, and to the degree to which they carry this evolution, the yet unrealized potential which they represent will become an actual possibility of the future.